So in last session, what did we? So first thing we saw about public key, right? So what are the use of public keys?
For connecting instance outside the region.
Yeah, that is one thing. And instead of passing the private key every time, if you remember SSH-I followed by the private key PEM file, then followed by the user root. So you can avoid sharing your key every time, right? So what else? Then generate keys, right? And we have done the copy of that. We have copied the key to other instances, right? Other way, if you want to, if the requirement is to connect for multiple servers, you can always use the public key. With that, we can avoid passing our private keys, right? And what else we saw that? What is the command we used? SSH-keygen, right? Right. And in which file the SSH-keygen will get generated? Do you remember the path and file name? Yeah, root. SSH ID underscore RSA. RSA is the algorithm, and it will be added to the public. .pub is public. And do you remember what is the destination location? Copy of
authorized key in the second instance.
Yes, in other instance, it will be under root dot SSH authorized underscore keys. This is where we need to copy, right? And if you want to see the list of hosts which are using the key, remember the file name in the same location.
Host the host name.
Known host.
No, sorry.
Right. And what else we have also seen, I mean, user level, right? Users, like how to add a user. What is the command to add a user?
User add.
User add, username. Right. And how can we set the password for that user?
passwd.
Yes, passwd is the command, then username, right? These are the things which we now. So there are multiple users. If you take any system, we will have multiple users, right? There will not be a single user, not like our laptop. Even if you take our laptop, you can create multiple users, right? And there should be some mechanism to control the access between the users, right? So assume that you have some files, file 1 example. So file 1 was created by user 1 example, and there is another file 2 was created by user 2. Now, can we share the file 1 with a user 2 and vice versa? So there are few mechanisms or access level, basically the permissions and all, so which we will look today. What is the date today? 26, right? 26/08. So file permissions. We'll talk about file permissions today. Okay, file permissions, and we'll see some other. Do you know how to switch the users?
Sudo SU, no?
Sudo the username. SU is only for the root,
Root. Okay.
right? If I have users like user 1 and user 2, if you want to switch between the users, then you need to use the
Okay. User one, user.
sudo file name. Okay. So file permissions, we'll talk about file permission first. So if I take any file, example file 1, can you tell me what are the operations which we can perform for any file or folder?
Edit, read,
Right. Read, then
write,
different. Yes. Right. Any other?
mm,
If you want to install any application, right, you will download some files. What type of files are those? Say, for example, we have downloaded WinSCP and Putty, Notepad, right? So those objects are available. Its executables will be there, right? Or if there are objects, you need permission to execute, right?
yes.
So another one is executable, right? So there is some value which is assigned for each these operations. For read operation, the value is 4. Okay. For write operation, the value is 2. And for execute, the value is 1. Now, say for example, your file 1 has the permission of read, write, and execute. Okay. So what is the value for this now? Read, what is the value? It is 4.
4.
And for write, it is 2. For execute, it is 1. Though you should add all these values. 4 plus 2 plus 1, right? Which is 7. Okay. So if a file or for a group or a folder, if you need to give the read, write, and execute all the permissions, we'll talk about how to use these values. So you should remember this 7. Okay. Similar way, there will be a requirement to read and write, but no execute permission, right? So what is the value for this?
6.
4 plus 2, yes, 6. Assume that there is another file or folder. There is a read, but there is no write, and execute is there. So value for this?
5.
4 plus 1, 5. What will be the other combination? You know. There is no read operation, but write and execute are there, right?
Yeah.
What is the value?
3.
3. Other combination, write is not there. There is no read, only write operation is there, but there is no execute permission. Okay. What is the value? 2, right?
2.
There is a last combination, which is that
Just an execute.
just an execute. If there are executables, 3 only, right? Here it is plus. This will be 1, right? Is it clear, Konar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is very important. In your file permission, giving file permission will be one of the major activity for the Linux part. There you will get a lot of executable issues or permission issues. So at least in my career, what I have seen, 20% of the time would have spent for this kind of issues only with respect to many tools. Okay, please understand this concept. Okay, now we have these are the combinations. So now let's log into the okay, EC2 instance. So we'll take anyone. Copy the address. This is not required for today. Yesterday it was disconnecting every time, right? So remember this connections, number of seconds between keep alive. That means if you put 0, if you don't use your session, it will get disconnected, right? So you give always 1 so that it will not disconnect. Since our IPs are not fixed, we cannot save this. If you have a fixed IPs, you can save this. So which one we are using? I think we are using 1. Did we give? What happened? I think it's selected. Right? Do you remember we have created few users yesterday, user 1 and user 2, right?
Yeah.
CD. So where are we right now? SU user 1. Now I'm with user 1. Did I ask the password? When I'm switching from root to user 1, did not ask the password. Now I want to switch SU user 2. So it is asking for password. Why? When I'm switching from root to other user, user 1, it did not ask the password. But now when I'm switching from user 1 to user 2, it is asking for the password. Can you tell me what could be the reason? Root is
From
the
a
admin.
home directory to any user, it won't ask.
Not really.
Okay.
So root is the admin user. So as an administrator, he has full rights. So he can switch over to any user without any additional permissions. But user 1 is a normal user, right? So when I'm switching from user 1 to user 2, I need the password of user 2.
Yes.
That's what I think the password. I don't remember. Okay, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Right? I think I gave some password for that. Okay, not an issue, right? What did I give? Okay, I think I forgot the password. It's okay. Not set because only root can reset the password. The normal user cannot reset. It is asking for the password. Okay, not an issue. I forgot because only root user can set the password. Other users cannot. Okay. Okay, anyhow, we were talking about we will start using other tool, right? So backs extreme. You can use this. Okay. This will give better options instead of putty downloading every time. Well, edition, installer edition will install. Well, that is. So where am I right now? I'm in home directory. If you go to home directory, see, you will find the users which we have created. EC2-user was the default user. User 1 we have created. User 2 is created, right? Is it a folder or file? Directory or a file?
It's a folder.
Folder. So whatever the information, right, admin level information will get saved of the user 1 or user 2 in these folders under the home directory. Okay. This is another just point. Now let's go to the any root directory. Okay. Right. I'm in root directory. What do I have? I have folder 2, right? mkdir of folder 1. Inside that cd to folder 1. I don't have anything here, right? pwd, I'm in folder 1. Touch file 1 will create file 1. Okay. Now just go back to your folder 1. I'm in folder 1 now. Someone was asking, right? ls-l will give the hidden files. It will not give, right? Where am I? I'm in root directory. Sorry. What we created is just folder 1 here, and see, use the ls-l. The ls is the list command. ls-l is the long list command. Okay. So in this, This is the file which we have inside folder 1. This will talk about file. This is the time stamp of the creation. When did we create this file? What is this? 0 is the file size, file or folder size. Why are we seeing two roots here? What is that? Any idea? What is root?
Home
Root
directory.
directory.
The current user.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
One root is current user. What is the other root?
Home directory. No?
No. Okay. In Linux, you will see this two users. Okay, always. The first one is, okay, one is the creator, okay, or owner, you can say. The owner, okay, and the other one is the user, who is created this, right? We'll talk more on that. For now, just consider that he is the owner and creator. Creator and the owner. First one is the creator, and second one is the owner of that file. Okay. What is this number? What we are seeing here? Any idea? Okay. Where am I right now? ls, I have file 1, right? I will mkdir of folder 2. Now I will use ls minus l. Why file 1 has a number 1 and why folder 2, which we just created, has number 2?
It is in the sequence, I guess.
Okay. mkdir of folder 3. What should I get now?
3.
For folder 3,
2.
receive only 2.
So these numbers are coming according to the permissions given to the user.
Okay.
Two permissions are same. You can see read, write, and executable file permissions are same. But for the file one, there's only read and write permission.
Okay. This we'll talk about this, but these are the default ones for file and folder. Okay. No, not that. Go to the any folder. Folder 2. Okay, that is fine. Okay. What do I have here?
Sir,
Yes.
maybe sir, first one is the file. That's why it is coming one, and and next two are the folders. That's why it's coming two.
No. Okay, I'll give one more hint. Then I'll go back one step. Where am I right now? In folder 1. ls minus l. This will not help. Wait. Where am I? In folder 1, right? What do I have?
Bhaskar,
Go.
are there the value of write and execute?
No. Okay, I'll explain. So where am I right now? In my folder 3, right? Do I have anything in this folder? I just
No.
created a folder.
No.
So what is the command to list all the files?
ls-a.
Yes, sir.
ls-a. Can you see there are dots, 1 dot and 2 dots,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
right? These are the system configuration level files. Don't worry about that. Just leave it like that. Now inside my folder 3, I'll create touch file 2. Okay. Now go back and give the long list command. cd2. I'm using folder 1 or folder 3? Folder 3, right? Master file. mkdir of folder 4. Okay. Now go back and see the long list command. The number has changed right here. Can you see the number has changed here?
Yes.
What is the number now?
3.
Earlier it was 2,
2.
right?
Yes.
Now can you tell me what is this number?
Path.
Okay, I will give one more hint. Go to folder 3 again. Okay, ls. I will create one more folder. mkdir of folder 5. Okay, now go back and see the long list command. What is the number now?
4.
Okay, now can you tell me what is that?
Folder 3.
It's a simple thing, nothing. When we checked before creating folder 4, what was the number?
Is 2.
After creating folder 4, what is the number?
3. It's
After
like
creating
count of the
folder,
ports.
exactly the number of folders inside a folder, that is the count.
Okay.
Even dot is a folder.
Oh,
If you go to folder 3 and do the ls-a, which color it is?
blue.
That means folder or file?
It's in folder.
Folder.
Files are in black.
Right. So how many folders we have inside this folder 3?
4.
So that is the number which is getting displayed here.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Not clear?
Yes, yes.
So we talked about, we'll go back. So where am I right now? Go directly. Folder 1, right? Less. Okay. RM minus RF 4 star. Don't want. We'll just have file 1, right? ls minus l is the long list. So now we know owner and creator, date, size, and the file. And we will talk about this now, right? So now tell me, what are these? There are 3 here in this, right? This is the, now how many, now if you see one set, how many, for one set, read, write, execute, there are total 3 should be there. Now, like this, if you separate 3, we copy one extra. Read, write, execute. Folder 2. LSFNL. Okay, this is actual permissions. Okay.
Yeah.
Tab. Use the tab. Now there are 3 groups, right? What it represents, the first one is the user or owner. Okay. Okay. The second one is the group. We'll talk about all these things. Group, what is group? Okay. This one is others. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is group? Assume it's a general meaning, a set of users. Okay. So why do we need groups? Assume that there are 500 people or 600 people in a project. There will be a QA team, There will be a development team. There will be a release team. There will be different teams, right? So within the development team, assume that there are 100 people. So is it a good practice to give each and every time when there is a change required, going and modifying all these 100 users? Instead of that, add all these 100 users into a group called dev. Okay. Then change only permission for the development group, which will automatically inherit for the users who are part of that group. Right? So likewise, assume that group 1. So in group 1, how many users we created? I think one or two users, right? User 1 and user 2, user 3 are part of group 1. There is another group. Okay. In this, there are users, right? User 4, 5, 6. Okay. There is another group 3 where you have users 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. 10. Now I have user 11 who is not part of any of these groups. Okay. The owner, whoever is creating, in our case, we are using root. So the owner will become the root. So for the root user, what is the permission for this specific file? Okay. Of file 1. Same thing is applicable for directory also. What is D indicates?
Directory.
Directory. So this is the another permission we have, right? Now, so the first set is the user or owner. The second set is the group. The third set is the others. Now, is user 11 is part of any other group or is he the owner?
That is a user, means it is a owner.
Right. He is not the owner of this file. Who is the
These
owner of this file?
others.
Right. Because he is not owner nor he is not part of any group. So that's why he will fall under others. Is it clear? It's not necessary that every user has to be part of some group, right? There will be users who can work independently, who are not part of any group, right?
Yes.
For them, we may have to give different permissions, right? In that case, we will modify only this set.
Yeah.
Right? That is the use of all these 3 combinations. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is what we have for the folder 2 or file 1. Take file 1 permissions, right? So now, can you tell me what is the value of this? See, what we saw here, read, write, execute. If for one set, you will get one value, right?
Yes.
This is one set, read, write, no execute. Read, no write, but execute. The value for that is 5. If you want only write permission, the value for that is 2. Likewise, how many groups we have? 3 groups.
Yes.
Right? So now what is the value of this? What is the
14.
read value? Read is
4.
4 plus
2.
write 2 plus
4.
4 or 0?
0.
0. Sorry.
0. So you should always sum this, which is 6.
6.
Now what is the next set? This one.
4.
Right?
Yes.
What is the read value?
4.
0, 0. So we'll get only 4. What is the next combination?
4. R.
4. So if we have the value of 644, that means the user has read write permission and the group has read only and the others have read only permissions. Right? So now with the same concept, what is the command? There should be some command to set this permission, right?
Yes.
chmod is the command to change the permissions, right? Now I want to change from read, write, execute this one, right? I want to give same thing, read and write permission also for the group as well as others. So what should be the value here?
646.
No, the user remains same. I don't want to change anything.
Okay.
Now the group has only read permission, but I want to add write permission also.
Same.
420.
6. So for others, I want to retain the read permission.
Okay.
We use so I have file 1 permission right now, read, write. What is my parent? So chmod of 664 I'll give. Of for which one? File 1. Is it updated? Now check the permission. Is it changed?
Yes.
If you see, the user owner is also having read write, and the group is also having read write permission. Now tell me, I want to give the write permission for others as well. What is the command? chmod 666. That's all. For which one we need to give? File 1. ls minus l. Is it changed?
Yes.
So this is how we can change the permissions of a file or folder. Okay. So assume that now you see that ls-l. No, it's not. Okay. chmod of 755 of file 1 ls minus l. I'm trying to do explain some concept here. So if you observe, what is the color of this file?
Black.
File 1. Now it is showing file
Green.
green. Can you tell me why?
Permissions got extended.
Okay, just check this.
Yes.
There is some change in this, right? When you compare with the previous value, right? This is what now. What is extra we have added here?
Sir, hyphen, I think so, in the first hyphen.
No, there is only one difference which is missing here. There is only one letter which is missing here, which is that
Execute.
execute. So generally, the executables will have the green color.
Okay.
Okay, in line X, there is some significance for every color. The black is nothing but text file. Okay, if you see the green color, that is executable. You know what is blue color? What is blue color?
Folder.
Directory.
Directory. Yeah.
Right? So you have that color significance. There are other colors also like red and all. Okay, we'll talk about that when. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, if I want to change, okay. Now where are we now? PWD. What do we have? Folder 2. Go to folder. cd2 ls folder 2, right? Is it not going? So again, make directory of folder 3. Now I'll go back. Where am I right now? In my, I'll go back one more step. pwd. I'm in my
root directory.
root directory, but I want to go to my folder 1, ls-l. So inside my folder 2, I have another subdirectory which we created, folder 3. Correct?
Yes.
Now I want to change permission for my subdirectories as well. Can you tell me the command? Okay, go to folder 2, ls-l. Folder 3 has right now what permission? It's a directory, read, write, execute, read and execute, and read and execute. I want to change this to read only for all from my parent directory. I have 2 here now. Folder 1, inside my folder 1, I have file 1 and file folder 2. Inside my folder 2, I have folder 3. Okay. So what is the command to copy a folder? Do you remember?
cp
cp will copy a file.
mm,
cp, if I want to copy a directory, will cp directly will work, or do I need to pass any options?
Need to take options, sir.
in cp.
chmod of, okay, let's say I need to give 444, okay, for my folder 2. Will it work?
folder 2.
What it will happen? It will go and update permission only for the
folder 2.
folder 2, but I want to update for folder 3 as well as, I mean, the subfolders.
Mm.
If you remember the recursive option
Yeah.
for copy,
Minus.
-r is recursive. So, but don't use small r, because we have already, if we see here, the small r represents read only, right?
Mm.
So that's why, just to avoid the confusion, so we need to use capital R when you are using the chmod. Okay. Now see the permission. It has changed, right? It's a directory, read, read, read. We have only read only option. Let's go and check for folder 3. Change. What was the earlier permission? This was the earlier. Now, okay. The command to chmod -r 444 your folder name, right? Clear? Okay. Now, when using chmod, what is happening? It is going and updating for all in the sense the owner, group, and others, right?
Yes.
But I don't want to do that. I want to just append permission. I don't want to modify my user permission and group permission. Okay, but I want to modify only for others. Can we do that?
Yes.
How? Or just think, is there any benefit by doing this way? Now, if I want to modify, though I don't want here, if you take the example of what we used here, the owner was having read write permission. Group and others were having read only permission. What we did, we gave 666 and we changed from read only to read and write execution, right? Read and write permissions. Though you are not modifying this, you are passing the value, right? your ch mode of, I don't want to pass, because consider that I don't want to change anything for my read write operation. Okay, that means I'll not pass the value of that. Next, I will pass 555. Will it work? This is okay, right? I'm not modifying my owner permission, but I'm going to modify only group and others.
Yeah.
Is this logically, is this right? Connor?
So you don't want to change the permission of user.
I don't want to change the permission of owner, which is the first set. I want to change the permission only for the group and others.
So according to the syntax, we need to have the three values. So if we are writing two values, then I think so there will be error.
Yes. So the syntax is it's mandatory to pass all three for ch mode. But my requirement is I don't want to touch my, okay, I'll give the real-time scenario. Assume that you have a folder. In your project folder, there will be hundreds of folders, right? Within that hundreds of folders, I don't want to change my group permission. I want to change only for the others permission. So in that case, we have to use the append method, right? How can we use append? Now, if you want to give ch mode of 444 or 444, this is what we used to read only, right? Now, similar way, ch mode is a command. I want to give execute permission, means I need to give x plus x. For whom? For the owner or the group or others. I want to change only for the group. Okay, in that case, G. Clear? So I'll show you. ls fnl. What is the permission I have right now for file 1 of group? Read and execute, right? What is the value if I want to change that to write, only write?
It's 2.
You can check here. What is the value of write? 2, right? Correct?
Yeah.
So here we are not passing the value. This. We are giving the notations for execute X, for read only R, for write W. So if we want to give permission for the group, the command will be ch mode for my group plus, which is missing here for file 1.
That is right.
Write is missing. So I'll give write. Append write permission for my group of file 1. Let's go and check. Appended?
Yes.
Now tell me the command to add, which is missing for others. Again, write is missing here, right? So can you tell me the command? Ch mode.
G plus W.
O plus W.
Yes, that's all. O plus W.
Sorry, O plus
For O represents others, right?
others. Yes, yes.
Just give that for others, file 1. Now we see the permission is changed.
Yeah.
Now we are appending, but I want to delete permission. Same thing. I want to delete execute permission for my
Others.
group. Okay. For my user, I have read write execution, but I want to give read only. Same thing, ch mode. Okay. What is the use U minus remove the execute permission of file 1. Remove execute here. When you compare with this, here I have read, write, execute for my user. What do we have right now here?
Just read, write.
Read and write. Why execute is gone? Because I gave minus. Remove that. If I want to append, use the plus.
Plus.
If you want to remove, use the
Minus.
minus. The syntax remains same. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Erasers. Close it. Clear?
Like, do we have any command to remove like both read and execute to command at a time?
No, the syntax will not accept. It will accept only 3, which
Okay.
will indicate group, whether plus or minus, and what you want to remove or add. Okay. But
Yeah.
that you can apply for recursive mode in case if you want. Right?
Can you try that?
Okay. ls minus l. So what do you want now? You want to remove both w and x.
Yes.
Ch mode of what? I want go to others. Okay. What do you want?
I need to
You want to
remove
remove minus w and
X. Execute. From
okay.
that file name we need to give now. It is got removed.
Right. It has removed.
Okay.
So similar way you can use the ch mode of group minus. I don't want to give any permission for read, write, execute of file 1. That's removed. So you can remove at a time 3 or 2 or 1. So what are the other commands? Ch mode. If it is group, we'll use G. If it is user, use X or write of file name, right?
Yes.
File 1, file 1, file 1. Now similar way, if you want to, what is the other one? Others plus read. If you want to give read only for others, this is the command. Similar way to remove. Right? Ch mode of G minus X of file. Ch mode of U minus W of file. Ch mode of O minus of read or anything. File. Okay. We'll also mention this. Ch mode of group plus read, write, execute. You can give this way also of file 1. Right? Now what we have seen this. Where are we right now? Folder 2. Go back to. So I think next one we'll talk about level group or user level permissions. Where will it add? Go to any folder 2. Folder 1. Let's have an L. Right? Now, if you want to add for a group level, example, now what we have seen, like it is like user level or folder level, right? For a group, if you see here, so we have list of users in a group. This can be a QA group or development group. You need to give permissions for the entire group, right? Just give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So if you see this concept, so group 1, so what was the command to add user add, right? Similar way, we have the command to add create a group, how to create groups and how can we manage the permissions with groups, right? What was the command to create a user?
User add.
User add. Similar way, we have the group add. Okay. Group 1. Okay. Group 2. So we have created 2 groups, right? Now, where
Yes.
can we see this user list or groups list? Do you remember where can we see the list of users who are part of this system? etc. And do you remember the file name? Where can we see the list of users who are part of this system or instance? In last session, we have seen this. Cat of, right?
Yes.
So we have user 1 and user 2 here, right?
Yes.
In the same location under the etc, you will have group as well. Can you see the group? Here, right? VI of group. Do you have the root group? These are the default groups which are created as part of installation. But just now we have created two groups, right? Group 1 and group 2, right? And there will be ID allocated for this. So by default, these groups will have execute permissions. Okay. So now I'll close this. How to add a user for the group. Okay. What is the command to come out of a file without saving?
:Q.
:Q. Yes. Let us clear this. So now we have two groups, right? Group 1 and group 2. So what is there is a command user mod. Okay. Modify the user and add it to the group of group 1. And who is the user of user 1? Okay. Remember this. User mod is the mod to modify the user. Like if we take our Windows system, my PC, there will be users, right? Control panel. Where can we see the list of users?
Account.
Users and groups, right? Even in Windows, we have an option after creating a user, you can add it to the administrator group or some other groups. Similar way, we have here, we have created user different groups, right? Here, group 1 and group 2. Now I have user 1 and user 2, which we created yesterday, right? Now we have just added user 1 to user 3. Where are right now? etc. So vi of cat of URO. Can you see now user 1 is part of group 1, right? Now, can you tell me the command to add user 2 for the group 2? The command we used, user mod -g stands for group. I want to add for group 2, and who is the user? 2. Can I see user 2 for the under the group 2 now?
Yeah.
So like this, we can add the user to groups. Now let's go back to your root directory. CD to your folder 1. We'll also see there is a command get FACL and set FACL, which are very useful for the user level and group level. Before going to that, CD to your etc directory or anywhere it is fine. It doesn't matter for that. So we have LSF and help. We have file 1 and folder 2, right? Get so this is the get FACL command will show you the complete details, whatever is assigned for the files or folders. You can see here for user, we have read and write permission. For group, we have nothing. Let us change the permission of 666 of file 1. Now, is it changed? So whatever is there for that file 1 with respect to this group 1 or others or the user level, that will get displayed in detail here. Okay. Now I want to change permission for a there is another command called set FACL. So for this, we need to pause the syntax. Here, LSF and L. Set FACL of GROP group 1. Set FACL of group 1 -m modify. M is for modify. Group 1 -g. G stands for before that. What are the other commands we have learned today? Set FACL and get FACL. What is the use of get FACL? We'll talk detail tomorrow. And how to add groups, add user to group. Any other comments, Mr. Today? It's all right.
Yeah.
So now we'll see set FACL and all the details tomorrow. It's already, I didn't realize, just 21:10. Meeting also to catch up. So any doubts so far in this session, today's session?
No.
Konar?
No, sir.
Someone else is joined today. Okay. I think Banu is not there. Okay, then we'll sync up tomorrow and we'll cover a few other file system commands on the same.
Tomorrow there will be the class.
No,
Tomorrow is
tomorrow,
Saturday.
Monday.
Fine.
Okay. I will add the notes again, the same location regarding and this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. See you on Monday.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Bye.